Hi, this is Nemanja Nikolic, and you are watching This Week in MLS presented by Target.
What a lovely Chicago welcome from Nemanja Nikolic, huh?
The best.
And look at us.
Are we all-stars?
We're all-stars. We made the team. This is amazing. So we are here in Chicago. It's MLS All-Star Week. And this is a big day for this week in MLS, Calen.
Big news for us, too.
Big news, you guys. Target has officially come on as of today as the presenting sponsor for this week in MLS. Look at this.
Cheers to that.
We should cheers to that. Cheers to Target. We appreciate you. So with that being said, let's get to it, huh? I think Target wants to hear about our twin takeaways.
Well, I also just have to say thank you for welcoming me to your hometown.
Oh my gosh.
We went to the beach yesterday for the beach soccer event, which was so fun.
This week is crazy, you guys. We're having so much fun here.
Yeah.
I love this city. So happy to be home.
Shout out to the Fire fans, too.
Shout out to the Fire fans. All right, let's get to it.
Yes.
Twin takeaways. Okay, so my twin takeaway this week is the 4-0 scoreline, right?
There were a bunch of them.
There were a bunch of them. There were 4 games. So we had Vancouver beating Dallas away 4-0. This was the first time that Vancouver has gone to Dallas and actually won on the road. So that was a huge, huge win for them. Minnesota beating DC 4-0. The Red Bulls beat Montreal 4-0. Toronto beats NYCFC 4-0. And this is a game that I really want to talk about because of one, Sebastian Giovinco, right? 2 goals. 1 left foot, 1 right foot, no big deal. That's his 49th and 50th goal. And what was his stat about the free kicks? He is
now the all-time leader in free kicks in MLS history with 10. And he's only been here for several years now. So to be able to be the all-time leader just shows you how prolific he has been. So.
I know, and Toronto coming out of the gate after the international break and just sort of cementing their place. They are now 5 points clear in the East. They are definitely the team to beat.
Yeah. Shout out to Josie Altidore too, by the way, for smashing his penalty kick. I'm going to be on a panel with Josie, Future of Soccer panel tomorrow afternoon.
Very cool.
So
we look forward to that.
Yep.
Okay, what's your twin takeaway?
Okay, so mine is going to be, I know everyone is focusing on the Fire this week, but they lost this last game, Sporting Kansas City, with a huge result after losing Dom Dwyer. Of course, he was traded last week in some big news to Orlando City SC.
Yeah, that was huge.
Everyone was wondering how Sporting would respond. Now, in the locker room sometimes, you see this happen where other guys feel a little bit of that pressure to step up, and they stepped up in a big way. And, you know, the guy who introduced us, Nemanja Nikolic, I was talking to him on ETR last week, and he was saying he's going to be playing against a fellow Hungarian in this Sporting game. Well, it was the Hungarian, Daniel Shalaway, who stepped up, got that first goal, was dangerous throughout the match, and got a huge win for that team.
It was a very, very impressive win for Kansas City. Chicago's sputtering a little bit out of the gate after this international break, but, you know, plenty of time.
Yeah, I interviewed Dax yesterday, and he was saying the Gold Cup break didn't come at a good time for them. He was gone for the team for over 30 days in a row, so you lose your captain for that amount of time. That's tough. He's back with the group. They'll be looking to respond after All-Star and get back to winning ways. Okay,
so lots more news to talk about, especially out west in Los Angeles. We had a coaching change. We've got a coaching announcement. Let's talk about the Galaxy first, all right? So we've talked about it on this show. It's been kind of a rough stretch for them. Kurt Analfo gets let go. Enter Sigi Schmidt, returns to LA. So a very familiar face, and this is a guy I know just from conversations I've had with him. He was wanting to get back into coaching. That's where his heart is. So I was really happy for them to see this move. They could be the Seattle Sounders of 2017. You never know.
Well, wouldn't that be ironic too? Because of course that's where Sigi was let go of last year. And there's a bit of irony as well where he was let go halfway through the season. They bring in Ladero afterwards. He had been a big part of trying to court Ladero to bring in. He had groomed Christian Roldan, groomed Jordan Morris, and then they go on to have such success winning the championship. Now Sigi's on the other side of this, where he's coming in, and they've also made a big signing, bringing in Jonathan Dos Santos, of course, the Mexican international and brother of Gio Dos Santos. So you hope to think that these things would begin to line up in Sigi's favor. so much experience, you know, already won an MLS Cup with the Galaxy before, knows that market, knows that city, and knows the club. So it's nice to see Siggy back. Siggy, we're all really happy for you.
Absolutely, and they get the 0-0 draw against Seattle, his former team. So not quite the statement he probably wanted to make, but you know what? You got time.
Actually, you know what? I think that is the statement they want to make. Just because it's, you know, of course you want to get a win, but they got a 0 in the back, and the Galaxy haven't been able to do that, especially at home. They've been having some problems in the back, but now, you know, he's going to get them right on track.
Progress. Okay, so another big announcement out of LA. Bob Bradley announced as the head coach of LAFC, who will be joining MLS next season.
Do you think it was just a coincidence that these both came in the same week?
Maybe, possibly.
I feel like this is the beginning of a little bit of a rivalry, these teams looking over each other's shoulders.
Did you see the announcement, though? How cool is that? Just the...
Yeah, Bob is like the
heads up.
He had like an ice cube moment there.
So cool. What do you think of this move as head coach?
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is a huge signing for LAFC, of course. Bob, his pedigree speaks for itself. He has experience dealing with an expansion team with the Chicago Fire right here, 1998. What happens their first year? MLS Cup champions. Now, of course, we're not promising that. We don't want to put too much pressure on them. LAFC is happy to put some pressure on themselves. I think they like a little bit of that star power coming in and expectations, and that's what Bob brings. He brings that expectations. He's a guy who's coached abroad. He's coached in the World Cup. He's coached in the Premiership, and I really like this one. John Thorrington, a buddy of mine, has been in charge of this hire. He played for Bob with the national team back in the day, Chicago Fire connection as well. So wasn't surprised to see this, but just really happy to have Bob back in MLS.
Exciting news.
Yes.
Exciting stuff. Okay, so as we mentioned, we're here in Chicago for MLS All-Star. We're hoping to see some fantastic goals on Wednesday. I'm sure we will.
There will be.
And there were some fantastic goals this weekend. 2 bicycle kicks. 2 bicycle kicks. We love it. We love the bicycle kicks.
And then I also got to give a shout out to Kai Kamara, who had basically guaranteed on social media that he was going to score a goal this week. And he's been having a little bit of a tough time because, you know, there's been talks about whether he's going to get traded. And I think what we saw was Kai just being able to focus on the field. And you can see what he can do when he does. I mean, that ball comes in and he jumps up and he puts his foot.
I know.
Susannah, could you do that, you think? You're doing those pure bar classes,
yes, exactly.
Right?
I'm pretty flexible.
I feel like Kai was doing some of those classes as well.
Possibly.
But what a talent, good win for them, and well done by Kai to get that team back on track. And get
and you know, I mentioned the bicycle kicks. Benny Philhaber kind of taken over. He kind of, what did he say? He was like, well, Dom's not here, so somebody's got to do the bicycle kicks.
Well, that bike was from about, I don't know, like
it was
3 yards out, you know?
It was pretty close. If he didn't
we'll
make
give it
that,
to you, Benny, but
style points
you
for
know,
sure. Also, his mosquito had a beaut.
Yeah, he did.
Had a beaut.
Yeah.
So we like that one. Also have to give a shout out to BWP. Scored his 80th goal as a Red Bull.
You know what I like about him?
What do you like about him?
Well, I like a lot of things, but when he scores, he's just cool about it.
He is super
You know,
cool.
he gets a little, the foot click, but for the most part, he just kind of plays it cool. Like, you knew that was coming.
It was coming.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
He's smooth. He's smooth. So, Calen, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for Did You See That? But we intro the show a little differently today. Take a look.
I'm cool with that. But I've turned
Did you see that?
Wow. That is amazing. Wow. I feel like my life goal is just, that was the real deal.
That was legitimately.
I'm still
legitimately shocked. My heart's still kind of like, whoo, we're settling down. That was like a double helping of Simon Borg just right in your face.
That was awesome. We need
Forget
that
coffee.
Permanently.
Forget coffee.
That was awesome.
Get Simon Borg
Thank
in
you,
there.
Simon.
Oh, that was so good.
He's
I love the live version.
Okay, what was yours?
Okay, so my Did You See That? No surprise, I'm going to give my bestie, Kaká, some love. Did you see his goal? Did you see that? Did you see that goal? It was a screamer. Oh my gosh. And that's what's so fun about him, is that those are the type of plays that he is capable of making. And it was interesting because this was Dom Dwyer's first game with Orlando, and he's playing up top with Calen, and maybe that created a little more space for my guy. And he was like, guess what? I'm just gonna take this one myself.
Yeah, those two weren't quite able to get on the same page, but Carr steps up.
Yeah.
I also saw him tossing bags on North Avenue Beach. I don't know if you were there for that, Susannah. I don't know how you missed that.
Where was it? Why was I not
Him
there?
and Dax McCarty, but they were not very good.
Well, I could teach them a thing or two.
You could.
Dax is my game.
Yeah.
That's my jam. But we have to give some love to Hector Villalba for his 92nd equalizer in that 1-1 draw between Atlanta and Orlando, because that's starting to be a little rivalry.
He had the game
there.
winner the week earlier against
I know,
them as well.
and that had to feel like more like a win for Atlanta.
Yeah,
for sure.
Still one of the best places to go to a game.
Absolutely.
I'm going back soon. I'm going back for their opener. I'm really excited.
Oh, that'll be great. That will be great.
Okay.
Okay, did you see that?
Did you see that? Can we get Simon again?
I know, we're
No, I got to check my shoulder now because I'm like, he could sneak up from anywhere. Yeah. No, mine is Nick Lima.
Oh, yes.
One of my favorite guys. I think he's the front runner for Rookie of the Year, and helped himself a lot in this one with a screamer, a banger. And this one just pulls up for an outside back to take a strike like that. Huge win, 1-0 over Colorado. And then I also want to give a shout out actually to Black Arrow FC. These are a group of friends of mine from the Bay Area. They chartered a bus, over 75 guys. This club is about celebrating the history of Africans and African Americans in soccer.
Very cool.
They're starting a little supporters group, going to San Jose games and MLS games around the country.
Oh, that's awesome.
So getting behind MLS, we'd love to see that. Shout out to Black Arrow FC and yeah, Nick Lima.
Good
Stepping up in a big way.
He's a Cal guy, huh?
Go Bears.
Go
You know,
Bears.
I'm representing for my Bay Area
Go
guys,
Bears.
too. Yeah.
Go Bears. Go Nick Lima. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. We've got a crazy busy week here in Chicago for MLS All-Star. We're going all over the place.
What are you going to be doing?
Oh man,
where can they find you?
Going to training, going to welcome receptions. We're going to be red carpets. I'm going to be doing the in-game announcing during the actual game. You'll see my face all up on Soldier Field.
What?
Pretty excited.
Big screen?
My parents are really thrilled.
That is cool.
It's a big day.
Nice.
Big day for John and Susan.
I'm going to be introing ex-ambassadors tonight.
That's like your thing
Hype
now.
man.
You
DJ,
are the
MC Calen,
the ultimate hype man.
Love it. Come find us here.
Yeah,
guys,
you guys,
social
if
media.
you're in Chicago, come check everything out. Come visit our digital HQ. Thank you so much, Target, for coming on as our presenting sponsor. This was our first show with them as the presenting sponsor, and I think we knocked it out of the park.
Too.
Guys, thank you for watching. Hit us up in those comments. We'll see you in Chicago. Look at us. They gave us all-star jerseys,
made it big
and now
time.
we're like, dang, under the bright lights.
I feel good. I feel like an all-star.